G'day everyone, this is Bede Batch, aka The Terrible Australian, and welcome back to episode 6 of the Tubi Tuesdays podcast, the podcast where my co-host and I do an audio commentary for the weird, wonderful, wacky, weird, cult, or bad movies that are on this free streaming service Tubi, or as like one of my co-hosts like to say, we're the number one Tubi-related podcast out there on the internet. And with me, as always, is one of my co-hosts, Mike Batchelor. Hello, Batch.
You're goddamn right we're the number one Tubi podcast on the internet. How you doing, brother?
Oh, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. A bit excited at the moment because after 3 months of lockdown, my city of Melbourne is finally out of it, and this is day one of the next phase of coming out of lockdown. So basically, all the kind of cafes, restaurants are now opened up for people to either come in and have something to eat inside or out, and also retail shops are now also opened as well. And then, of course, for the next few weeks, the other sort of sectors will start opening up. But even then, though, I'm probably going to not venture out too much because I'd rather play it safe than sorry at the moment because we had, like, for a few months there, had a bunch of, like, pockets of outbreaks here and there in certain suburbs and that. But no, I mean, other than that, though, I've been pretty good. Sort of been busy with work and life in general and enjoying what's left of the October season, even though by the time this episode is released, October would have already been over and the Halloween season is done for the year. But until that is, I'm still enjoying it. And how things been going with you, Batch?
We're still in second wave up here in Ontario. So every week, more cases of the corona. So, yeah, that's a thing. But I'm making do. I'm back. I missed last week. But we've got a good one this week.
Indeed. But
I get to pick.
Indeed.
I get to pick the movie this week. And
Exactly.
we're doing a fine Canadian film. And even though, as you said, by the time that this is going to be done, Halloween is over, still a Halloween-y film. Today we are doing Another WolfCop.
Yes, and not just say another WolfCop. WolfCop. That's actually the title of the movie, Another WolfCop, which of course is
because doing this doing the second one first makes much more sense.
Exactly, and unfortunately, our regular co-host Super Marcey isn't here today due to health reasons, but we hope that she has a speedy recovery and she'll be back with us for our next episode of Tubi Tuesdays. And I am a little saddened that she isn't here because I know she hasn't seen the first Wolf Cop film. So I would have been interested to have seen her reactions to just watching the sequel first. I mean, I have seen the first film a few years back, but I still haven't seen the sequel until now. So this is at least between... I know you definitely have seen this one, but at least
Yes.
I haven't seen it, so this will be a whole new experience for me.
Oh, it's gonna be fun, my friend. So.
Indeed, and I don't know what to, I mean. I know what to expect having seen the first film, but at the same time, I'm not sure what to expect with the sequel. But I expect a lot of werewolf craziness. But for our listeners out there who have never listened to any of our commentaries before, especially when it comes to Tubi Tuesdays, what you need to do is, if you have this free streaming service Tubi, you can find a copy of the film we're about to watch there, and we're going to be counting down the film from 5, and then when I say go, that's when you play the movie, and then you'll be able to listen to our commentary for the film at the same time as you're watching the film. But I'm pretty sure this commentary will be fun enough, even without having to watch the movie anyway. But that being said, though, we probably will suggest to our listeners maybe watch the movie beforehand because, as we all know, since Tubi is a free streaming service, they do play ads occasionally throughout the film. But since, Batch and I are watching this film on the Australian and Canadian versions of Tubi, our ad breaks are going to be different and they will pop up at different times and not even in sync with each other. So when the ads do... Sorry, go ahead.
That's when the show truly goes off the rails each episode. So.
Exactly. And so basically we'll let you all know, our listeners, when the ads pop up on either version of our film, And then probably one of us will probably pause the film for a bit until the ad break is over, and then we'll restart the film again. So basically, whenever the ads pop up, just pause it, and then just restart once we say the ads are finished. So I do expect a train wreck as per usual, given these ads, but it should be fun regardless. But we'll get right to it. Now, Batch, are you ready to go?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a train wreck if it wasn't Tubi Tuesdays, so
Exactly.
I'm ready to go more.
Exactly. Well, I'm ready as well. So I'll count us down from 5, and then we'll play the movie when I say go. So let's do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I'm liking the music that's playing right now. It sounds like baseball music.
That's hockey music.
Oh, it's hockey music, is it? Well, I should have figured that, being that this is a Canadian movie.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you.
The continuing adventures of Lougarou.
I just like how this dude just basically just calls us a loser right up the back.
Yes.
And to be fair, he does look a little bit like a douche.
Just a bit.
Yep.
Chicken milk.
What is chicken milk beer? Is that a real beer? Or is it like something... It isn't?
Made specifically for the movie.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I mean, I've heard some pretty weird beers in my time, and I would not have been surprised if it actually was a real beer. So...
I think it's specifically for the Kevin Smith joke coming up.
Oh, okay. Because I know he does have a cameo in this movie.
Yes.
And I think that's like probably the only sort of major spoiler I kind of knew beforehand with this film. I think if this dude had sunglasses on his face, he would look like Albert Wesker. And maybe with blonde hair.
Now, what do you remember of the last WolfCop movie?
Well, I know he sort of... It's been ages since I last seen it.
That is...
Oh! I mean, I know boom mic operators can be a little annoying. That's a bit of extreme to basically pierce him with the boom mic just then. But to answer your question, though, it has been probably over 5 years since I'd seen the last WolfCop movie. And I do remember a bit quite of it. Basically with the character kind of being bitten by a werewolf and then slowly over the course of the film turned into a wolf cop.
They're from Astronaut 6, the filmmakers.
Oh, yeah. We might have to do an Astronaut 6 movie at some point because they definitely make wild and wacky movies that would be very suitable for this podcast.
Yeah, Father's Day or The Projectionist.
Yes. I wonder if this is kind of like a homage to The Dark Knight, because it kind of, with the whole bazooka being shot out of a truck at a police van.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
this is a great opening moment.
So you said that this movie does have a Halloween theme to it, but I'm sort of realizing it could also be a Christmas movie too, since because one of the driver of this getaway truck is wearing a Santa costume.
Liquor Donuts.
Yes. Now, is that a real product or not? These are the things I need to ask you throughout this whole commentary.
These things exist in like the WolfCop cinematic universe.
Oh, okay. So basically like Big Kahuna Burger in the Tarantino films.
Yeah, Liquor Donuts is totally like that.
Although that would have been I actually want to taste what a liquor donut would be like. It'd be like a donut that has like, instead of like a cream filling, it'd have some kind of like alcoholic filling in it.
I love how the subtitles just say screaming.
Werewolf growler. Hell yeah, the Wolf Cop. And he's just eating out that dude's eyeballs and then pulling off his head.
He's the good guy in this movie.
Yeah, I know, right?
There he is.
One of the things I can say, even just so far with this film, and even with the last one as well, is that the werewolf effects of the WolfCop are pretty awesome looking.
Everything's practical. That's what I love it about it.
Yeah, exactly, and it's that sort of old school kind of, like, instead of making it look exactly like a werewolf, it's definitely more of the kind of the Wolfman Universal Monsters type of makeup.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, even though it is a werewolf, like, you can still see that sort of human element in the makeup.